Welcome back to the Psychology Pub. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of Sigma males. If you think you might be one or know someone who fits the description, stay tuned. We're talking about the lone wolves, the independent thinkers, the guys who don't play by society's rules. They're out there forging their own paths and living life on their own terms. We're going to break down the 10 key traits of a Sigma male so you can see if you measure up. Buckle up, because this is going to be interesting. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment below to let us know your thoughts. So, trait number 1 of a Sigma male, the lone wolf. And this isn't some dude wearing cargo shorts in the woods, muttering to himself, even though he might also do that. This is about a mindset, man. It's about being comfortable in your own skin, doing your own thing, even if it means going against the grain. They're not afraid to eat lunch alone, to hit the gym solo, to travel the world without a posse. They're self-sufficient, independent, and they don't need a pack to validate them. It's like a wolf that's been separated, right? They figure it out, they hunt on their own, they survive. That's the essence of a Sigma male. They're not joining your rat race, they're not following the herd. They're off the beaten path, making their own trails. And that's what makes them so intriguing, you know. They're not afraid to be different, to stand out from the crowd. They're the ultimate individualists. Number 2 on our list of Sigma traits, self-reliance. These dudes are the epitome of pulling yourself up by your bootstraps. They don't wait around for handouts. They don't rely on others to get things done. They're go-getters, problem solvers, and they take responsibility for their own lives. This isn't about being a lone wolf, necessarily. It's about having the confidence and the capability to handle your own business. And it's attractive, man. When you know you can depend on yourself, it shows. It's magnetic. Imagine a dude who can fix his own car, build his own furniture, survive in the wilderness. That's the Sigma male energy we're talking about. Now, I'm not saying you need to be Bear Grylls to be a Sigma, but having that self-reliant mindset, that's gold, man. That's what sets these guys apart. All right, moving on to trait number 3, mystery. Sigmas have this aura about them, this quiet confidence that makes them incredibly intriguing. They're not out there broadcasting their every move on social media. They're not trying to impress anyone. They're comfortable in their own silence, and that can be incredibly attractive. Think of it like this. You walk into a room, and there's this dude just chilling, observing everything. He's not the loudest guy in the room, but you can feel his presence. That's the Sigma, man. He's not trying to prove anything. He's just being. And that's what makes him so damn interesting. People are drawn to what they don't understand, and Sigmas are masters of this. They're like a puzzle that people want to solve, but they don't give away all the pieces. It's not about being intentionally secretive. It's about having a certain depth, a sense of self-awareness that most people just don't possess. And that, my friends, is captivating. Chapter 4, Introverted, not antisocial, the Sigma recharge. Let's talk about trait number 4, introversion. Now, this doesn't mean Sigmas are hermits who live in caves. It's about where they draw their energy from. Sigmas are often more comfortable in their own company or in small groups. They'd rather have a deep conversation with 1 or 2 people than be surrounded by a crowd of shallow acquaintances. They're not afraid of solitude. In fact, they crave it. It's where they recharge, where they tap into their creativity and their inner strength. Think of it like this: extroverts get energized by being around people, while introverts need that alone time to refuel. It's just how they're wired. And this is a key part of the Sigma mindset. They're comfortable with who they are, even if it goes against the grain of our extroverted society. They're not trying to be the life of the party. They're content being the silent observer, the one who listens more than they speak. And that's a powerful trait, man. Chapter 5, Independent Thought, the Sigma Code. All right, moving on to trait number 5, the independent thinker. Sigmas don't just follow the crowd, they question everything. They're not afraid to challenge the status quo, to go against the grain, to forge their own path. They're critical thinkers, always analyzing, always searching for the truth. They don't blindly accept what they're told. They want to understand the why behind things. They're not afraid to question authority, to stand up for what they believe in, even if it means standing alone. This independent thinking is what allows them to see the world differently, to come up with innovative ideas, find solutions that others miss. It's not about being contrary for the sake of it. It's about having the intellectual integrity to form your own opinions based on reason and evidence. And that's a rare quality these days, man. In a world of groupthink and echo chambers, the Sigma male stands out as an independent voice, a beacon of critical thought. Chapter 6, Adaptation, the Sigma advantage. Up next, trait number 6, adaptability. A Sigma male can thrive in any environment. They're like chameleons, able to blend in and adapt to whatever life throws their way. This isn't about being fake or changing who you are. It's about being resourceful, being able to adjust your approach depending on the situation. Think of it like water, man. It can flow around obstacles, it can crash through barriers, it can adapt to any container. That's the Sigma mindset. They're not afraid of change, they embrace it. They see challenges as opportunities for growth, and they're always willing to step outside of their comfort zone. This adaptability makes them incredibly resilient. They don't crumble under pressure, they rise to the occasion. They're the guys you want on your team when the shit hits the fan. And that's a valuable trait in today's world, man. With everything changing so rapidly, the ability to adapt is essential for success. Chapter 7, Quiet Confidence. The Sigma Magnetism. Let's talk about trait number 7, confidence. Sigmas have this quiet confidence that's incredibly attractive. It's not cocky or arrogant. It's just a deep-seated belief in themselves and their abilities. They don't need to brag or show off. They let their actions speak for themselves. They're comfortable in their own skin, and that self-assuredness is magnetic. Think of it like this. You walk into a room, and there's this dude who just owns it. He's not the loudest or the flashiest, but he carries himself with a certain swagger that commands respect. That's the Sigma male. He knows his worth, he's comfortable with who he is, and he doesn't need external validation. And that, my friends, is sexy as hell. It's not about being perfect, it's about being comfortable with your imperfections. It's about knowing that you're enough, just as you are. And that kind of confidence is contagious. When you're around someone who truly believes in themselves, it makes you believe in yourself a little bit more too. All right, trait number 8. Sigmas are incredibly observant. They're the guys who notice the little things, the details that most people miss. They're constantly taking in information, processing their surroundings, and using that knowledge to their advantage. Think of it like Sherlock Holmes, man. They're always picking up on subtle cues, reading body language, and seeing patterns that others don't. This observational skill makes them great listeners, great problem solvers, and just all-around fascinating people to talk to. They can read a room in seconds, they can tell when someone's lying, and they can spot an opportunity a mile away. It's not about being judgmental, it's about being aware. It's about paying attention to the world around you and using that information to make better decisions. And that's a powerful skill to have in any situation, whether you're navigating a social gathering or negotiating a business deal. Moving on to trait number 9, nonconformity. Sigmas don't play by society's rules, they make their own. They're not afraid to challenge the status quo, to question authority, to go against the grain. They're not interested in fitting in, they'd rather stand out. They're not sheep, man, they're wolves. They blaze their own trails and they don't apologize for it. This isn't about being rebellious for the sake of it, it's about living life on your own terms. It's about having the courage to be true to yourself, even if it means going against the crowd. Sigmas don't care about trends or fads, they're interested in what's authentic, what's real. They'd rather wear a faded band t-shirt than a designer suit because it reflects who they are. This non-conformity is what makes them so intriguing, so damn cool. They're not afraid to be different, to embrace their individuality. And that's a powerful message in a world that's constantly trying to put us in boxes. And finally, trait number 10, charisma. Now, this might seem contradictory to some of the other traits we've discussed, like introversion and mystery. But here's the thing, Sigmas have this quiet charisma that draws people to them. They're not the life of the party. They have this magnetic presence that's hard to ignore. It's not about being loud or flashy. It's about being authentic, being comfortable in your own skin. It's about having a strong sense of self and not needing external validation. Think of it like this. You walk into a room and there's this dude who just commands attention without even trying. He's not the loudest or the most outgoing, but people are drawn to him. That's the Sigma male. He's comfortable with who he is. He's not afraid to be vulnerable. And he has a genuine interest in others. And that's what makes him so charismatic. He's not trying to impress anyone, he's just being himself. And that, my friends, is the most attractive quality of all. So, there you have it, the 10 key traits of a Sigma male. These guys are the lone wolves, the independent thinkers, the ones who forge their own paths. They're comfortable in their own skin. They're not afraid to be different. And they live life on their own terms. They're the ultimate individualists. And that's what makes them so damn intriguing. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. See you next time.